You're watching a Big Z review. Young Sherlock is a new TV series for Amazon Prime, and it just recently released its first season, all the episodes at once. And I really enjoyed it, like way more than I expected to.
You have to promise me something.
Anything, Mother.
Stay out of trouble.
Sherlock Holmes.
James Moriarty.
Sherlock is making friends.
Sherlock never made any friends.
So when I first saw the Young Sherlock was coming out, I was like, another iteration of Sherlock. Like, is it really going to be worth any time, like, from me? But when I saw it was like Guy Ritchie is like the big name that they're selling it as being created by, so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I really enjoyed it. Sherlock Holmes is played by Hero Fiennes Tiffin, and he was actually the young Voldemort, the young Tom Riddle in the Harry Potter movies. And so, like, he's like 30 almost, so he's not that young. He's young-ish, but like, it's still he's more like college age. Well, actually, the actual actor is past that, but like he's going to Oxford, but he's like he was in jail before for his practicing his thievery. He give the wallets back, but some person didn't like him stealing the wallet, so he got him in jail. But Max Irons as Mycroft Holmes like gets him out, but only as being like a scout for the Oxford. It's like a serving boy. I don't know, they call them scouts for some reason. I don't know. But then there he meets one of the other students that's there on a scholarship, and that's Donald Finn as James Moriarty. And so there's like they get their friends to eventually, I guess they'll be enemies. If they do multiple seasons of this. You get like most of the part he's kind of a douchebag, but he's also they're like BFFs. They're like they go from like frenemies to kind of BFFs. But like there's definitely some notes that like, ooh, he might be evil. Like, ooh, I killed that guy. I kind of liked it. but I mean, any sort of like prequel film or prequel story is going to be like, oh, that guy that turns out to be evil. There's a hint of it. But they taught me I like what they did. I like all the characters. Like, is Natasha McElhone as Cordelia Holmes? Like, she's like in the nut house, but there's like weird stuff going on there, and like there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff with the family. The big part of it, and that's Joseph Fiennes as Silas Holmes. Like they really dive into some of the interesting stuff with the backstory of Holmes. And like I like a lot of it. And there's also like a mystery where a professor is killed, and Sherlock is the patsy for the murder, but he has to break out of prison and go with Moriarty and try to solve the actual murder. And you also have like this whole stuff with Zin Sang as Princess Gulan Shuan, and there's some flirtatious energy between her and Sherlock and Moriarty. Like there's a bit of a love triangle kinda, along with some other stuff going on. There's like a rectangle at some point, a parallelogram. But it's honestly really fun. It doesn't feel like it wasn't written by Guy Ritchie, so it's not like straight Guy Ritchie, but I really like what they did here. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different mysteries, a lot of different twists and turns, and I was kind of there for all of it. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, there's only 8 episodes, but it feels like a really full season you got here. And there's room to do more if they want to, but at the same time, it's pretty well contained, and just a great, like, first season of a show. Like that, where like he is definitely not like the book Sherlock Holmes, but I know there's like a lot of shenanigans with their ancestors trying to like prevent people from doing certain aspects of Sherlock, because like some of the books hadn't entered like they weren't free to use. They still were copyrighted. But then the earlier books weren't copyrighted anymore. They're free use. So that like, but they would sue people if like, no, that wasn't the Sherlock from the earlier books. That's Sherlock from the later books. But I think now it's time, enough time has passed that almost all the books are now fair use, I think. But like, I enjoyed it a lot. I think Hero Finn's Tiffin as Sherlock was really good. I kind of enjoyed everything they did. I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.